All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're gonna be pretty much understanding the perspective of Nick Merck as to exactly why he got banned off of Twitch. And first of all I gotta say is we should not give pervert the ability to control languages. Why? Because they will ban anything that exposes them. All right. Now, why did I say that? I'm sure many of you guys have probably caught on now as to exactly why Nick Merck got banned, and you're probably here to hear my perspective based off of what he said. I'm just gonna go ahead and spill the beans. Nick Merck got banned for saying trans, if I'm not wrong, and supposedly, I guess, you know, you can say that's the new N word now. God, dude, wow. And this is what I mean when I say we should not give these people the ability to control language, because they will literally, they will, they will ban anything, any phrase that exposes them. It's equivalent to pretty much the Zionists, right? If you've seen the Candace Owen interview with one of the rabbi, he said that anti-Semitism is something that can evolve. It's something that doesn't have a fixed definitions. And what that means is pretty much we can say what is anti-Semitic and what is not anti-Semitic. Same thing applies to these, you know, pervert, I should say, right? If you say something that they disagree with, they can ban you for that, or they may say, we don't agree with the word that you say, and so because of that, we don't want you to use that word anymore, or else you're gonna get banned. When the trans saying trans becomes something negative, because they call themselves trans people. They're trans. They went from either boy to a girl to a boy, right? That's transformation. That's what it is, right? You gotta call it for what it is. And so the fact that he got banned for saying that, in my personal opinion, freedom of speech is no longer freedom of speech. You have the delusion of thinking that you have freedom of speech. Even me on this platform, I have to be careful what I say, or else I might even get banned, even though I don't have that many subscribers. Why? Because hey, this is not my platform. I don't own YouTube. Okay, the people who own YouTube are pretty much controlling what you can and cannot say. Anyways, let's get into what he has to say about this whole situation.
Bora Bora. PS 48 days
It's
until
not
college
true.
football W.
I got banned, big. They banned me. They banned me for a week. You know how I found out? Gary. That's the worst way to find out you're getting banned in the history of ever. What the fuck happened? This is the weirdest part. Okay, look, man. Like I don't want to go over it too much, but I always want to be honest here with you guys. Look, call me what you want, man. Call me what you want. I just want to be honest with you, though. Okay? I always want to be honest. I don't want to lie. Like if I can't tell you something, I won't tell you. But I'm never gonna lie to you.
And I kind of appreciate that Nick Merck is being honest about this whole situation because, again, if he wasn't an honest person, he wouldn't have responded like the way he did, right? Based off of his tweet after he got banned, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I won't use the word trans anymore. Rather, I will call him mentally disabled." All right, and it just goes to say like he doesn't care. He even admitted himself he made a lot of money off of this. If he gets banned altogether, he's fine. He doesn't care. And me, like, honestly, I can appreciate that. Why? Because if you have this level of confidence in not being banned off of a platform, you're pretty much free to do whatever you want. That's why the government do not allow people to amass such a huge amount of money. Why? Because if people become independent, they will no longer depend on the government, and the government will start to lose power. That's why every time when companies get raises, or when the minimum wage goes up, guess what? Food prices go up, gas prices go up, everything starts to go up. They just follow each other as they go because they don't want you to become independent. Once you become independent, they no longer have the power, and if they no longer have the power, well, there goes their way of life.
I can't say the word that I had said on Twitch because it's considered derogatory. Okay, it's like a bad word. Hold on though, before you go crazy, just wait a second, just 1 second. All I want to say, and I just want everyone, I did not know that was a derogatory word. I didn't. You can think that I did, but wallahi, wahiyat, I swear to God,
He meant to say wallahi billahi tallahi. That's what he meant to say. But me personally, like, even I'm using the word right now. And again, I'm not part of the alphabet mafia. But I'm using the word because I don't believe it's a derogatory term. And the fact that he got banned, they didn't like the guy. They wanted a reason to ban this guy. And the best option they had was this. The fact that I'm not part of the alphabet mafia and I'm using the word, it just goes to show you nobody is agreeing with the fact that this is a derogatory term. Nobody. All right? You as a white person, you can say the N-word. But I can say the N-word. Personally, I don't agree with that. The fact that, I mean, you're human, I'm a human being. We should all have the freedom to speak, whatever we want to say. Right? Just understand that some words do have consequence. That doesn't mean that you can't say it. All right? But again, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the fact that the word trans is derogatory and he should not have been banned for that.
on mom's life, on everybody that I love, man, on myself, I did not know that was derogatory. Now, putting that to the side, we weren't saying a lot of very positive things about said community during that stream. So you could argue that it's neither here nor there, and that part I'd probably agree with. However, people were going around like, "Oh, he knew." Yeah, all right, you didn't know. I didn't fucking know, man. I didn't know. They were saying it's like saying the N-word. I didn't fucking know that. Why would I? What? Come on now. Anyway, so they banned me for a week. They canned my ass for a week, bro. To be honest, it was good timing. I was going.
And again, so you see, they banned him for a week. If it was like the N-word, they would have banned him for life. So you tell me, is it a derogatory term in the sense that it's something that's bannable? Me? No, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the fact that it's something like that, right? And so again, that's why I'm saying we should not let pervert have control when it comes to language, because they will ban anything that pretty much exposes their ideology, right? Anything that exposes their ideology, anything that exposes them for who they are, they will try to go ahead and put a ban on it. And this is the beginning of what is yet to come.
Vegas. I was going to Vegas. When I came back, it was July 4th, and I had family in town. So, not all bad, right? It's okay. I'll take my ban to the chest. I understand there's rules, You can't break them, or else you got to pay the price. You got to pay to play, okay? And there you go, man. All right. Nowhere near that. Comparing to the N-word is wild. Look, I'm just telling you what they were telling me.
Even me personally, as a black person, I don't even like to use the N-word. You guys have seen some of my videos. I don't like to use that N-word, right? Because I believe that we have passed that now. Okay, the way it started off, it was a way to pretty much describe black people, and it was used in the negative term. And today we have used that to try to turn it into a positive term. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm black, so that means that I'm gonna go ahead and say the N-word whenever. I'm not gonna do that. All right. And
I don't understand either. Okay, but I'm just reiterating how it had went. All right. So yeah. Anyway, man, did you think about what it would be like to get a permaban? Yeah, I did. I think no matter what, I'm gonna be okay. I mean, guys, I've made so much bread from this shit. Like, I'm a multi. You know what I mean? I mean, straight up, I've made so much money, man. So I'm in a really good place, no matter how it spins. However, I'm not done. I don't want to be done. I want to keep gaming and keep playing. And I mean, I love my community. I love my people. I love to play games. We love to have fun. We love to throw events and do some cool shit. So I'm not anywhere near done. However, the landscape has changed a lot, like the gaming community, the industry, the people that surround us. And I mean, granted, I've always kind of felt like not only me, but the M fam as well, we've always kind of been on an island. Chad, would you agree with that? That our community, and especially me, I just kind of on an island in comparison to the broader gaming world. Like, we do our thing and we cross-pollinate sometimes. We play some games, but we've always kind of been over there. And I like that. I like being in my own area and doing my own thing, you know, and not playing anybody else's game and shit. However, man, like today and currently, I have never felt further away from, and this is not like a bad thing. I take pride in it, but just further away from the gaming world, the industry. Oh my God, I feel like I'm on the other side of the planet on a little island, you know. And look, man, I mean, I'm hopeful that maybe it changes a little bit, comes back around. I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna change. I really don't think it's gonna change, and the reason I say that is because see, when gaming started, right, it was people who were filled with passion, who wanted to create something, right, to appeal to the young generation at that time, to let them have as much fun as possible without any restriction, right? And without having those restrictions, they were allowed to experiment with multiple ways of creating games to appeal to the young generation at that time. Fast forward today, you have multi-billion-dollar companies who are investing in in gaming studios and saying, "Hey, the fact that we own a share of your game, we want you to have this in your game, and we don't want you to have this in your game." And because of that, game have now become something that is in a bubble that is no longer appealing to the young people who mostly play games today. Rather, it is appealing to the multi-billion-dollar corporations who are investing in these other gaming companies, right? And so that's why I don't believe that it's going to change until we change that attitude. That's why AAA games are just flat out boring. Nobody wants to play AAA games anymore. They're going down the gutter. Meanwhile, you have small little studios who nobody has heard about just come out of nowhere and then make a game that is like, oh damn, this is fun. And you can name multiple games such as like what game can I play? Like if you've seen Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is one game that I can name. What's another game? God, I have the game image in my mind, but I just can't seem to get the name to the game specifically. But there are many games out there that has come out from a studio that nobody has heard of, and it just takes off. It just takes off. Why? Because they don't have the backing of corporation to tell them, hey, we want you to do this and we don't want you to do that. Rather, they are experimenting. They are trying new ways to try to appeal to the people who the audience are going to be. And so and again, we don't have that today, and it's just going to keep going down the gutter until game studios say, we don't want your money, we're going to create the game the way we want to create, and if you don't like it, then you can piss off. They can still do that, but money is something that is extremely, God, a lot of people do not want to reject a lot of money, man. It's very tempting. Very tempting. But anyway, all in all, I'm just going to stop right there. The video has gone on for too long now, and so that was the reason why Nick Merck got, banned for a week. I think it's very stupid. Anyway, I'll catch you guys up in the next video.